My name is Kevin Bautista. I'm 21 years old, and I know for a fact that if I didn't have God's love and God's healing in my life, that I probably wouldn't be around anymore. We've been in Canada since 2015, but being a Christian is not my original denomination since I grew up in the Philippines, knowing God as just part of human pop culture. But I've known a lot of Bible stories and I know the basics about Jesus, but I never really understood what God's love is and what His purpose for me. At an early age, I experienced lots of difficulties in life. Like I've always been the favorite target of bullies, especially during high school. Having been perceived as the weakest among the group, I was the guy who was easily dominated by others. The bullying became so severe that it came to the point that I told my parents that I'm not going to attend school anymore because I felt like nobody cares for me, even the ones whom I thought were my closest friends. It felt like I was stranded in a living hell. At that particular moment, I experienced the worst thing that I will surely carry throughout my life, and that is facing depression and anxiety. This kind of bad feelings started to grow even more, especially when we moved to Canada, because for the last 2 years, I experienced things that I would never have imagined in a million years, and I'll almost reach my breaking point because I can't handle it alone. Of course, circumstances like this only escalated my emotional pain. At that time, I truly had a full sense of what fear, anxiety, and depression feels like. As a result, my perspective of the world and its reflection on my own attitude, emotions, and even my beliefs changed, and it all just left me sorrowful. And worst of all, at the darkest point of my life, I even contemplated about committing suicide. I tried to just heal myself mentally and emotionally by letting time pass, but somehow, I always picture an image in my head where I'm drowning, but I realized that no one can save me at that time. But one day, a person talked to me and said that he's inviting me to a youth activity, and at first, I don't know if I'm going to come or not because I was shy, I didn't know what they do, I didn't know anyone at that event. But in the end, I decided to come, and after that event, I didn't know that my life's gonna be changed forever. They showed me how meaningful and beautiful life is. They taught me how to be a better person. They stayed with me through my emotional struggles. And most importantly, they showed me the way to God and how to accept Him in my heart and soul. Now I am part of the youth activity that we call Feast, and I am very grateful because now I can reach out and help those people who has the same experiences that I encountered and show them the greater purpose that God has given to them and the good feelings that I experienced through Him. This is the most significant moment that I encountered God's love, and I can't even describe it or even try to wrap my head around it, but I guaranteed it's the most precious, the most beautiful, the most rewarding thing that ever happened to my life. Over these last couple of months, I never felt so much closer to God, and I never had so much joy, so much happiness, so much freedom, and so much inspiration, and I know God brought all of this and more so He can change my life. I'm 100% sure that God's gonna keep me safe, keep loving me, and keep pushing me to become the best version of myself so that I can lead others towards Him. My name is Kevin, and I am renewed.